What is up, everyone? I'm Jonny, and this is Yeti. And we are here at the Full Moon Cineplex in Hermitage, Tennessee for the independent horror extravaganza known as Death Breed. And sold out, guys.
Sold the fuck out.
Sold out.
That's why you're not here.
Yeah, that's probably why you're not here.
That's the excuse I'd go with.
And this is THN on the road.
On the road.
And, right, so we're going to do some videos, we'll have some behind-the-scene pictures. And there's probably going to be a lot of gag reel because we fucked this up quite a few times.
We're fucking it up right now.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
What are you talking about?
Leave it in.
What the fuck?
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
This is Jonny here. Never mind, Yeti. We're up here and we're going to do this. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
All right.
No, but seriously, we're going to do some video, and you know how we do it, so stay tuned. What is up, everyone? We're here with Sebastian Michaels, and you were in Death Breed, correct?
Yes, I was.
How was it working with that?
Oh, man, it was a blast.
Do you, what do you fancy on a blood tops?
I like all blood types. They all taste the same to me. You know how you say it tastes like chicken? I say it tastes the same.
Well, easy there, buddy. Easy. No, we don't need none of that. Already went to one
That's
place
what
to survive. God. So, just so we're clear, you're an actor.
I am.
You're in a band.
I am.
And you're going to be headlining a movie, in another movie. Not just Death Breed. I don't know if we can release that. We can release it.
Yes, we can talk about it.
I might be in that movie.
Yes, I've heard you're going to be.
Yeah. Pretty excited.
Yep.
Dude behind the camera.
He is too, back behind the counter.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah. What can you tell us about that movie?
I can tell you that I read it. It reads very well. And I think it's going to be one of George Dimick's best movies.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. I read some of it too, so I'm like, yeah. I didn't read it all. I didn't read it all. I know my lines. You know your lines? Fuck no. Shut up.
Do I know my lines? No.
God, dude, you got a big role in it.
Sorry, George, I haven't learned it yet, but I promise before we shoot next month, I'll know it.
Is there a script supervisor?
Yes, there is.
Then that's all you need.
Yep. I don't know. There's quite a few lines in this one.
Yeah, I know you.
So
I read a lot of your lines.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
I mean, I had the script. I'm going to read most of it. At least some parts of it that I'm interested.
And by the way, everyone, the movie is called Deadlines.
Yep, Deadlines. And but.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Brigitte. Yeah,
Bridget's in it too. I'd probably get to bite her.
Lucky you. What else should I say? Lucky you. But back to Death Breed. Ben, you worked with Ben. You've been working with him for quite a while, right?
I have known Ben since junior high school.
Oh, well, there you go, junior high.
So we go back a few years.
And then you're also Slaughterhouse. How long have you been doing Slaughterhouse?
I've been with Slaughterhouse now for 4 years.
Just 4?
Just 4.
Well, I really love your character. It's fun going in there. I remember last year you scared that guy. Yeah.
I have fun with everyone.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. What do you think about the being over here? Like, how long y'all been here? Have you been here 4 years? Y'all haven't been here.
I've been here, I think, 5 years.
5?
I think
Okay.
It should be 5 years.
That is right. It has been a while. I was thinking that it was at the other place before, though, for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, before here, I was a doctor at a place called Auburntown Asylum.
Oh. So how long have you been a scare actor, as you would, in the haunt industry?
Well, I guess I worked in the very first slaughterhouse.
Oh, damn.
The very first slaughterhouse was actually over around Rivergate Mall. It was called the Haunted Smorgasbord. So that's what it was. It was the very first one. I think it was back in 1984, maybe, or somewhere in there.
Damn.
Yeah. Huh? The year you were... Oh, gosh.
No, not 1984. He meant 2004. 2000.
So yeah, I worked in it. That was the very first one I ever worked in, and
Didn't it go downtown?
oh yes, it went downtown too.
That's when I went to it, when
Ben
it was
and
downtown.
Stacy, I believe, are the third owners of Slaughterhouse now, and so like I said, I worked in it for one summer basically, and then that was pretty much it. And then I got back in the hunt industry again about 12 years ago.
Oh, wow. Seems like fun.
Oh man, it's a blast. I mean, you guys enjoy doing it.
Oh, yeah,
so,
I love it.
Yeah, you like it,
like-
getting all the, huh?
Oh, well, I've actually been in a hunt.
I know. Because you know why? Rafe is fear.
Too bad he can't deliver it like that though. So
No, now I gotta try to live up to that.
yeah, how's it gonna live up to that, man? He can't live up to that.
In the mirror.
Rafe is fear.
Well, here, I'll do it this way.
Rafe is fear.
Is that better?
That's. You sure you don't want to come in on this side of the cameras and we can laugh at you in your face, like so everybody can see? Sorry, I'm sorry. No, but it's fun, man. We appreciate you supporting us, and
no problem,
you know
man.
we always support you and Sebastian, Tracy West. He's an awesome person. What's your band?
Toxic Pistols.
Toxic Pistols. Y'all go check that shit out.
1980s hair band, Toxic Pistols.
Yeah, so
Well,
go
I guess me and Johnny couldn't be in that.
hair band. You just said hair
Oh,
band.
hair band. I got you.
Oh man, this is messed up, dude.
I see people do it all the time.
Yeah, lots of people wear wigs though, don't they?
I went to the Kiss concert the other night, and I saw several people that were running around with wigs and stuff on. So yeah, they were making fun of it though.
They're making fun of
Yeah,
it.
they were kind of making fun of it. To dress like that and act like it, yeah, I think they were kind of making fun of it.
Well, that
But it's a
fuckers.
great Kiss concert, man.
Hell yeah.
I saw your video. It looked like classic Kiss.
It's the very best Kiss concert I've ever seen in my life, and I've seen probably 25 times.
Damn, 25. I'm being told to cut it. I'm being told to cut.
Cut
That's what he said. Cut. So go cut him.
for blood.
Blood. All right, guys. So we're here. This is the second time that we're doing this interview. Twilight's on here. No, but we're here with Stacy Dixon. What did I do last night? Special effects, makeup artist, producer, haunter, actress, model. Are you a photographer?
I do photography.
I knew you would.
I do.
Like, you're just really artistic.
Well, I
correct?
ended up doing makeup and then
Yeah.
trying to get ready for myself for the premiere, and then ended up doing photography for one of the actors in between the showing of the film yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I did some photos, and they're really cool.
I know. I don't know. Like, I was just sitting there thinking, she could probably do photography. I don't know why I thought that.
In this dress.
In this look,
I did.
fabulous dress. Fabulous. Looking fabulous. But, so Death Breed, I really enjoyed the film. It's like we talked to Ben, and just, he was saying that you all wanted to get back into doing movies. Or doing something with it.
Yeah, we want to get back and doing things for movies. We enjoy it. You know, it's kind of, it's an expensive hobby. Is what I call. But we do enjoy it, and I think there's other ways that we can do things that are be less expensive to get back into it.
Yeah, the way that it was cut and everything, I just thought it was good. I haven't seen the original films. JimJam has them. I'm gonna. He does have them. He has all of them. Don't you have all of them? Yeah, he does have all of them. But I just really enjoyed it. But let's talk about like the special effects makeup artist and where you come from on that background of how you got there. I guess you could say.
Oh, yeah, or this is like part 2 of last night.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, it was a good interview. I don't want to miss out on any of that, to be honest with you.
Well, I've been watching horror films since I was 4 years old. My father got me into it, and I think we were trying to figure out what my first film was. I can't quite remember, but I think it had something to do with dolls. It could have been dolls or just dolls, you know. But
Yeah, creepy ass dolls.
right, still creepy. But so I just like really was into all that. And I moved around. I'd moved to New Jersey, and I'd moved to Wisconsin, and I moved back home. And I was doing a lot of soul searching. I was about 23 years old, and I decided, well, I want to do something that makes me happy for the rest of my life, and what makes me happy. So it just kind of came about, and I was like, special effects makeup. I was going to go to school in Burbank, California. I even had like my whole apartment set up. I mean, I was like in Flagstaff, Arizona with my car
Oh, wow.
hitched to a U-Haul, and I was like, no, I don't feel right. So like I was like, I'm going back home. I just had a gut feeling it wasn't right.
Yeah.
So turned back around, stopped at like a little pit stop, made a little pit stop, grabbed a Fangoria, and in the back of it was a Tom Savini special effects makeup program. He had just come out with
crazy.
it. Yes, I was like, he was at that point was into the second class. I don't even know how many they have now. I mean, it's like 30, 40. I mean, so now I'm showing my age. But, so I went there 2 weeks later. And went to school at Tom Savini's special makeup program in Monessen, Pennsylvania. Just a little south of Pittsburgh.
Did he ever show up?
Yeah.
All the time, or?
He was there. He did really, he wasn't there a lot. He was there a lot when I was there.
But, so after that, you moved back home.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
I worked on some indie projects, just like everybody else that probably is trying to get their feet wet. They don't want to move to California. Just, not getting paid. Just wanting to do it because you love to do it. And then that's how Ben and I met, was because he was needing a makeup artist and somebody had given him my phone number. And there you have it. That's how we met up.
And then how did you move past the makeup artist and get into the acting?
I was always introverted, so I never really, I was such an artist. Everything was visionary. I've been sculpting since I was 7 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I've always been into art, and I was just I want to try this thing. I want to be in front of the camera, because I had changed and evolved so much as a person. I mean, at this point I was, in my late 20s. So I decided to jump in front of the camera instead of being behind the camera, and I really enjoyed it. It was different than what I was used to, and I got to be in the limelight. I've been flown to San Diego Comic-Con for a film.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
That was the year that we bought this building.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, and we had to put together a slaughterhouse in 6 weeks, and I was in San Diego. I was freaking
How does that
out.
work?
Ooh.
That's how do you deal? Okay, how do you deal with the stress?
I work best under pressure.
Okay, yeah, because we talked about last night, which we'll never get to hear because I'm gonna blame it on JimJam. The drive that you have, just kidding, but
Sorry, Jim.
the drive that you have that motivates you, and because I mean you got your iron and not so much in so many fires, y'all do so much.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, y'all are always doing stuff. Constantly.
Yeah, I mean, there's times where I'm like, okay, I need a break. I need to relax. The dog needs attention. The kids need attention. But, yeah.
I couldn't imagine when y'all was doing the convention, Tattoo and Horror Festival in October, plus the Haunt, and running the Cineplex. I was just like,
no.
Me and JimJam talked about it. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
That
It's too
just
much.
the stress. But it's coming back next year. We talked about that before in April of next year.
Easter weekend.
Easter weekend next
Going
year.
back to original dates.
And at the Marriott.
Mm-hmm.
And
Back
so,
home.
yeah, it's awesome. I mean, so of course, we're looking forward to that. But yeah, we don't have to get in that. But
It's our WrestleMania of our haunts.
WrestleMania
Wrestling.
of our haunt
Everything's
season.
wrestling with you, JimJam.
He's like, this has got to be a WrestleMania. But
WrestleMania. He's the
Oh,
Undertaker. JimJam.
Well, that's
no, he'd be King Kong Bundy. Bald. But anyway.
Oh my gosh, I can't. I'm not even going to get into that one. JimJam, look at me.
We're John Cena. Okay.
In this part, it's going to have John Cena's music.
He's supposed to be interrupting my interview once again. No, just joking. So the haunt and everything that y'all do, How does that work for you? Like, I mean, I think last night we talked about how you do the makeup, and do you write the stories for them?
No, I don't really write the stories so much.
The scenes, I guess. I don't.
I do the set work and the hiring, and I pretty much supervise the whole system back there and putting people in spots. And we were talking about like the different people, how some people are just like they come in and they're like, I don't know what I'm doing, somebody help me. And there's people that come in that sorry.
No, you're good. No.
There's people that come in that do know like what they're doing, but they just want you to make them involve into a character and kind of guide them and things of that nature. And then there's people that know exactly what they want to do, and you know they'll run it by me and be like, "What do you think about this?" And then I'm like, "Let me get back to you on that one." Or if I love it, you know. So it's just I believe that it's very important for people to be creative, that are creative, because if you put somebody in an uncomfortable outfit or costume, an uncomfortable room, and an uncomfortable, it reads and it doesn't scare people.
And you had said you learned from being in front of the camera that now you can understand how the people feel like. So if they're more comfortable, they're going to have a better reaction. They're going to make the customer or the people that attend more comfortable and just going through. It's going to be more, funny. That's JimJam. No, scary, or just frightened. Whatever. Yeah, I was talking about funny, but yeah, you are kind of scary. King Kong Bundy.
Oh God, he's gonna come busting through those curtains in a minute.
What if the Kool-Aid Man showed up?
He's gonna get one of those Mexican wrestling masks, and he's gonna come through.
Lucha Libre stuff.
Jack Black. Nacho Libre.
Macho Man elbow drop on your ass.
It's big talks. I don't think you can get to the top rope, brother.
He's fiery today.
Yeah. He's not as tired.
No, I'm wide awake.
He's wide awake.
That's funny. But anyways, so Death Breed, your part in it. Oh gosh, now that it's been one day, I've working with Kane Hodder and. Well, yeah, she was the eye.
Can't forget the eye.
Can't forget the eye. Can't forget that big. But working with Kane Hodder and just being in that environment, how was that for you?
It was fine. Kane was fine. I mean, he's really easy to work with. Kane's very down to earth, and he's really good when he comes to the convention. He's really good with the fans. So, what you see is what you get with Kane. I mean, he's not pretentious, he's not an asshole, and he just comes in and does his thing and just shoots the shit, gives people hell, and he's pretty easy.
Yeah, he is a cool guy. When we did the Death House premiere, it's really cool just to get to meet.
Ultimate C blocker for Stacy.
Ultimate C blocker. You have to.
Yeah, it stopped right there.
Yeah, you got to watch Death Breed, then it stops. Like, okay. No, I'm saying, no, I know, but the ghost.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah, like it stopped.
This is our third attempt. We're trying to wrap this thing up.
Yeah, no, but we appreciate you coming on, and we appreciate everything that you do for us, and everything y'all do for the horror community, because honestly, in Middle Tennessee, I don't even, mostly Tennessee itself, people don't have the opportunity to come to a place like the Full Moon Cineplex, watch horror movies that you'll never, gory as fuck, independent films that people just will be like, yeah, okay, that's garbage, to the theaters.
Oh yeah.
They won't never put it on, and for horror fans, we love it. And even the Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Festival, Ben was telling us how that got started, but people wouldn't have the opportunity to meet the icons, and we greatly appreciate y'all for it.
Yeah.
And for what y'all have done for us. We wouldn't be here. In all honesty, Tennessee Horror News and the Horror Basement and all that wouldn't be here. People
are like, this is a life. This is our lifestyle. And we love it. We love horror films. We love everything horror. And we love you guys. Mwah!
What's up, everybody? Yeti here. I'm here at the Full Moon Cineplex. premiere and with premiere of Death Breed with the legend himself, Mr. Lloyd Kaufman. How's Tennessee treating you?
This is the best time I've ever had. And I've been making movies for 50 years for Troma Entertainment. The Full Moon Cineplex is the height. It can't go any higher.
You heard that? Oh, sorry,
Thank you.
Didn't mean to cut you off. You heard it. You heard him say it. You are one of the most prolific people, like hundreds of acting credits, producer, director. Where do you find yourself more comfortable, behind or in front of the camera?
That is an excellent question. I'm obviously enjoying the camera. I'm a narcissist. What do you expect? But it's a hard thing to say. And the other thing is, if you want old people, they won't work for free, right? Because if they're old and they're going to be in a movie, they want to get money usually. They're in the union or something, or maybe they have a career. There are a lot of young, talented people who, want to just work and learn, and and take a small fee. So I play old people because I work for free, and I know I won't quit.
It's hard. I know it's hard to talk to anybody in the independent horror business who doesn't at least know someone who has a film with you in it.
A Troma movie? Is that what you mean?
No, just a film with you as a cameo or something in it. It's amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Speaking of Troma, the behemoth that it is now, what made you decide to revisit Nuke Em High?
It was not my idea. It was a fine man at Stars Media who owned Anchor Bay, and they were thinking about redoing a class of Nuke Em High. It wasn't my idea. And that guy suggested it, and I said, okay. And the idea was we'd make the movie, we'd pay for it, and then they would give us a pickup deal. We'd make a small profit, and they were kept to their bargain. And they have the U.S. rights, and Troma has the international rights to Volume 1. Volume 2, we're on our own, so we're desperate. I mean, Volume 2, everything's going even better.
With Volume 2, you got tonight here, or no, I'm sorry, tomorrow night, the 13th, the premiere here of Volume 2. And then was the 26th to the 28th Film Noir in New York?
Oh, yes. April 26th, if you're in New York, return to Nuke Em High, a.k.a. Volume 2, premieres in New York. It's premiering in Nashville before New York. That's pretty interesting, huh?
That really is. It's a blessing for Nashville. That's what it is.
Blessing for Troma. Blessing for Troma. And by the way, the Film Noir is a very beautiful little theater, and not as beautiful, of course, as this amazing Full Moon complex. I
was wondering. I saw that you were doing here and then there. Is there plans to do take Volume 2 on the road? Kind of make this a habit.
I'm on the road now. Look, shoppers. Look at the pop-up store there. Flies are buzzing around it. Very popular. I sort of have to be with the film sometimes and make more of an event. I can't advertise. The independents support each other, and we try to keep each other going because the industry is a very elitist and oligopolist industry. It's very hard to make a living out of it. So it's nice to have independent art supporting independent art.
It is. And you're definitely. You just have to look at Troma's past to see that you're a supporter of independent film. I mean, some of the greatest independent films I've ever watched have come from Troma. One of my personal favorites, Pot Zombies.
Yes.
It was a super fun film.
Made in Texas.
Really?
Yeah, great state of Texas. Justin Powers, very talented young man.
That was
There's a Pot Zombies too.
one
It
last
was
thing.
so good.
You're on the road with Volume 2 now, and do you have a projected release date for DVDs, Blu-rays, digital, anything like that?
I'm not at liberty to. We don't know what we're doing. We're working. Let's see. We're close on Volume 2 to a Blu-ray, but if you want to have a feature-length documentary all about the movie, right? That you don't just pull that out of your ass, right? That's like a whole second movie. So be patient. Yeah, we're getting a little hate because we're taking a little too long on the Blu-ray. But if they want it good, and we give a whole feature-length documentary, right? 2 girls, 1 duck.
Who does that?
That's the documentary.
Kevin the Wonder Duck.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. That's great.
Anyway,
All right.
that's kind of the deal, Well, and I'm very grateful to you, and to, of course, wonderful Full Moon.
Well, we appreciate you. This is an honor for me, honestly. I've been a fan I'm like Jonny. I caught Toxie in a video store when I was a kid, and again I watched it a couple of more times in the past year, and was just like, how the hell? It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I'm not going to take any more of your time.
I know what that means. You beat off during the steam room scene.
Once or twice.
Code for something. Yeah, I know.
But it was the steam. In my defense, it was a steam room scene with Toxie.
What's that?
It was the steam room scene with Toxie in the Hot Rocks.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the money shot right there. Well, we're not going to take any more of your time.
Well, you are a Troma scholar, and thank you. I am honored, to be honest. It's really nice of you to know Troma's work that well, Yeti.
Well, yeah, it's kind of my thing. We'll
A true intellectual. You're there because you love it. And that's kind of rare. Most people are there because they want to be on the red carpet, right? And you might want to be on the red carpet, but you're there for the art of it.
It's all.
Yeah, I can tell.
It's all for the love of the game.
You're obsessed. Yeah.
I am.
In fact, I'm getting a little frightened. I'm getting a little scared.
What is up, guys? We're here with Ben Dixon, the writer, director, producer, special effects makeup on one of them. What else?
Actor, Trevor.
Actor.
Yeah, Trevor the Trucker.
Hold on. I'm sure your other things on these films. But Death Breed, I enjoyed it a whole lot. Like, whose idea was it to cut
all those down?
Yeah, cut all those down.
Yeah.
Like, where did that come from?
We were sitting around after haunt season, and this last year, and we were like, we need to do something. We wanted to do a new movie, but yet, independent films and having to do it and budget it yourself and pay for it and do it. We were like, we need to get back in it, because we'd stepped away for a little while, and we were just like, man, why don't we take those old 3 films, because that's going back to Wolfsbane was filmed in 2004, 2005, and then Shudder was filmed in 2007, 2006, 7, and then Old Habits was filmed in 2008. So it had been a minute, and we never got distribution for those. We tried, but everybody was like, "Give us the film, we'll put it out. You get nothing."
Oh,
You know how it is, and we were just like, we don't want to do that, So we actually just sat on those films for all this time, and so we got to thinking, like, what if we shot a new sequence to tell these stories and cut them down in an anthology? And so back in November, Gene, Dutch Tilt Productions, our buddy Gene, we started sending him all the movies and the hard drives, and he just started cutting back in November. And, literally just all winter long, we were bringing these stories down. We shot all the new stuff in January, and then we came up with the idea to call it Death Breed and do this anthology.
So Death Breed is related to the
characters.
The characters introducing the film.
Yeah, they're the Death Breed. They're the ones that's telling the story. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, like I said before, I enjoyed it JimJam, you enjoy it?
Oh, definitely.
He's behind the camera once again. We made fun of him earlier.
Yeah, I mean, just to see, a lot of these people that's in it,
Oh, yeah, that's
Linnea
what I was
and
going to ask
Debbie
you.
And,
Like it's awesome. You got to work.
Gunner.
Yeah, Gunner, Hansen, Kane. Like
Yeah.
you got to work with all these,
yeah.
upper echelon, like
Our-
horror
our-
icons.
our buds, and that's when we were first meeting them. When we first met Gunner, we shot that with Wolfsbane.
Oh, wow.
That little scene that he was in, and it was just like, man, putting it all together and doing something with it. Is what the whole idea was. Instead of it just sitting there and nobody ever seeing it.
Like rewatching it, what memories did it bring back to you? Like the feeling of being on the film set and
Yeah. I mean, well, just the camaraderie of it all. I think, and that's kind of key of independent filmmaking. I mean, it's like, when you're talking about how many things that each of us did,
oh yeah,
we all wore so many different hats. So we had so much fun in those days and stuff doing all that, and we were paying for all that, financed it ourselves and stuff. And,
yeah.
Because we had the success from Scarecrow, our first movie. And, when Lionsgate bought that and put it out in 2004, we actually got paid for that movie, and that was at the end of, Blockbuster and Hollywood video days. So, companies were still paying for movies. Well, then that ended, and then it was almost like this dark period, so to speak, from like 2004 all the way up till, the VOD started really coming on.
That's the thing now.
Yeah. So, trying to sell a movie during that time after that and actually get, a little bit of your money back, it kind of ended.
Dwindled.
Yeah.
I guess with the recession too probably didn't help.
It did, yeah.
You
When we finished Old Habits in 2008, that's when all that was.
all the shit hit the fan.
Yeah, but, back to your question, it's like we just really had a great time. We were so, lucky to be doing what we were doing.
Oh, yeah.
Having fun and working with our, these guys that we grew up watching as kids,
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
So,
That'd be awesome.
Being in a movie with them was fun. It was good.
So what about like when you're writing a film? How does that come to you?
Usually, a concept or an idea, and I always like writing with somebody, because it's fun to, because you get kind of wrapped up in your head.
Yeah.
But then, to take and say, hey, what do you think of this? What's your
bounce the idea off
Yeah.
and see what they can twist it.
Yeah.
See where they go with it and be like, oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
I didn't think about that shit.
Yeah,
I didn't think
Jim
about
Jim
this.
O'Rear and I wrote Wolfsbane together, and then a guy named Clay Brocker and I wrote on Shutter together, and then Gene, our editor, he and I wrote Old Habits and stuff. And Stacy would come in and she would throw ideas at us and say, hey, if I like this part, this is kind of what I. And then Trisha Cast, working with her because she was a pro with, being in, Young and the Restless as Nina for all those years.
Yeah, I have
Although
no
she
clue
won
about
an
Young and the
Emmy, I mean, she's like, so
Wow.
to work with an actor like that and stuff. And look at him, he's trying to get in it.
He wants to be in. He's already. We've already done your interview.
Sorry about that.
Come on.
No.
Come on,
We've already done your interview.
See you tomorrow.
Ta-ta.
Bye, everybody.
I'll see you, bud.
Vampires.
But yeah, that brought a lot of, that pro level.
Like elevation.
Yeah.
Like it elevated it to another.
Working with Kane, that brought so much to the set. He of course,
Kane's a good guy. We met him.
really
We got
is
to meet
so
him at
fun.
Death House.
Yeah.
I mean, he was so gracious to come.
Yeah.
And then he sat out here, signed people's
Yeah.
shirts,
he loves his fans
posters,
and- yeah.
and just sat there and talked to everyone for like 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
He's like, I got to get back in here. This other movie's
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
Like he's just a super nice guy. Like it's
So
just.
working with him, it was cool, and to do the fight scene with him.
Yeah, I was wondering
and to
about that,
block
like, how-
out,
I was like, he's throwing punches.
Oh, he threw me through a table. I mean,
Yeah.
when that table broke, that table broke with my weight. I mean, when I hit the wall, and but he said, it was a good compliment. He said, I work better than a lot of stunt people that he's worked with. But you know, I mean, I wrestled for all those
Yeah.
years. You know, kung fu for all those years.
Yeah,
so,
you're a black belt.
Yeah.
Like what? No, sorry. He's
We can't.
you can't talk about
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I'm about to say what level?
It's 8th degree master in Kung Fu Sensei.
Yeah, because my dad was in karate. He was got a black belt in that, so I know it takes a lot of discipline,
does, yeah.
and that's why he did it for the discipline, the meditation, and
It takes a lot of years. I've been doing it, you know, since like 30-something years, you know. So.
yeah, but see, you got a lot of irons in the fire, as they say.
Yeah.
You know, so that has to help with, you know, getting through all that. It has to.
It does. Yes, it does. With the mental aspect, yes, it does. And I couldn't do any of this without Stacy.
Oh, of course.
Just the way we're able to work together, and you know, the things that, you know, I'm kind of lacking in. I mean, she jumps up, and you know, we just work off each other. It's like you know, to do all of what we do with the haunted house, and
I don't see how y'all.
it's a lot of moving parts, and then, you know, to be a family and have our kids, and you know, but you know, we just trust in each other, and you know, it's just a good bond, and you know, anybody that we try to work with, even when we do stuff with you guys, you know, we have fun, and you know, we try to help and promote, and you know,
you've helped us greatly, trust me.
Well, it's just part of what we're all trying to achieve.
But like with you helping us, it shows us that, hey, you know, they're up here, we're
all, dude.
But I'm saying, like, on of success, or, you know, like, you've been around longer, and it's like, well, so we pass it on to try to help other people. It's like, that's how we need to be. Everyone in the horror industry is super nice. Like, I didn't get into this until we started. I met JimJam over there, and it's like, dude, these people are like, this community is amazing.
Well,
yeah.
What a show.
Yeah, because he started this just for the Full Moon Festival.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
you know,
so I mean,
Gunner was a key to, after we filmed Wolfsbane, and like I said, I think that was 2004, I believe. He wanted to go. He was working Haunt and Ripley's in Gatlinburg.
Oh yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, I said, after we'd shot, you know, the 2 days we were with him, I said, you know, you got to ride up there? And he's like, yeah, I can work it out. And I said, well, could I drive you? You know? And he said, sure, that'd be fun, you know? So I said,
hell yeah, that's awesome.
So on the drive from, you know, Nashville to Gatlinburg, we talked about, you know, because we'd already been doing the tattoo show. It had been going on for about 3 years. And he said, have you ever thought about bringing in these horror characters and do the show? And I said, oh, that'd be great. You know? I mean, we're all, you know, very similar minds, you know. And he said, well, you know, I know a guy that, you know, you could get, you know. And I'm like, he's like, I would love to do it. And I said, oh, cool. That yes, you know, Leatherface, you know. So he said, well, let me call Kane, and let me call Bill and Sid, and let me call.
That's like opening up with
Doug Bradley, and you know, I mean, all these. So, and I'm going, holy shit, you know.
Yeah.
And then I said, let's do it. This Tattoo and Horror Festival, and that was actually the first full on tattoo show, and bringing in a horror festival. That's when that began, and it was Gunner who kind of said, you ought to do this. You know? And then now,
think about if you wouldn't have taken that ride. It's crazy how that works. You know? Like, it's just insane. Like, you just.
Who are you gonna get in a car with? Leatherface.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. Why would you gonna pass that up? No, I'm not gonna pass that up. No, hell no.
But and then, you know, Stacy and I met during that time too, because she was, you know, going to Tom Savini school.
Yeah.
And we needed another makeup artist, and that movie is what brought us together.
Damn.
And we've been together ever since, and you know, it's been a cool ride, man.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Speaking of Stacy Dixon, don't y'all need to?
Yeah, we was going to try.
You know, she was smoking earlier, so I'll let her finish. Have JimJam? Come on up, JimJam. Come on, come on. He's like, oh,
he don't do interviews.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Well, I tell you, you know, what's the next project for Tennessee Horror News?
Hopefully working with you again.
Yeah, High on the Hog, maybe.
Yeah, High on the Hog.
High on the Hog.
My buddy Sid, big shout out to my man. And, yeah. Let's get that movie.
Looking forward to next spring.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're going to skip. We're going to skip this year.
Oh, I'll give y'all a good little
Give
break.
a little break. And so we'll be
going
doing.
back to the Marriott,
Yes,
right?
yes, we are.
Going back home, if you say.
Yeah,
right?
we are. Yeah, we are. So,
Long overdue, right?
yeah, it is.
Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Festival is what they're talking about.
Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Festival.
Yeah, just so we're clear.
There's our editor. Bring him on in.
Here, jump in real quick.
Oh, you see how quick he ran
Thank
off
y'all.
the camera?
I was going to the bathroom, but okay.
Oh,
All right. So what? You want to
editor
say
of Death Breed.
Editor of Death Breed. That's me.
So what was it like? Yeah,
Yep. Did he tell you that we cut all these movies down to 30 minutes?
yeah.
Yeah.
So what was that like?
Oh my God, it was excruciating.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
Yeah,
it had to be
how do you take a 90-minute movie into 30 minutes? You gotta.
and edit it to a degree to where it flows.
Yeah.
and
I
it
mean,
makes sense.
Yeah, it was.
But you did it.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
I mean, you accomplished the mission.
It took 5 months, but it was basically just
5 months.
stripping it all down, each movie, and saying, okay, what scene works, and then taking it scene by scene and almost rebuilding it, almost
Yeah.
like a Frankenstein monster, rebuild the scene, rebuild the movie with what we have, so it's like, okay, this says that, and it's like, you have to cut this, you have to cut that, just trim the fat, and then put it together. So, and then once that's together, then the easy part comes. You can start making it look cool and flashy and do your quick edits and all that kind of stuff.
Sound effects.
Yeah, your sound effects, your good
that's
cuts.
what I was noticing. Like
the
you had
like-
some of the same sound effects, the same in and
yeah,
out. Like
and I did the sound design too.
so that it flowed into each movie.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, these are cohesive.
Yeah. So, but the first thing was take that whole movie and just go through it over and over again. You wouldn't
How many
believe.
times did you watch them?
Oh my God, 100 times.
God.
100 times. It would take 100 times to watch that movie. I mean.
I tell people like I have a hard time watching a movie more than once.
And I had to watch it 100, because and then you say, okay, what am I seeing? What am I seeing? You don't want to watch it again, but you got to. It's like, okay, that's a good scene. That's a good shot. That's a good shot. That's a good shot. Cut it all down, and it's like, then you start trimming it, and then you start taking pieces out, and then you start saying, okay, I've got something here. Let's see what I can build from that. And then you just start building it, and you take it all the way down to the basics, and then you start building out from there. And if you got to rewrite the story in the edit, then rewrite the story, because Ben gave me the freedom to do that.
Oh, wow.
He said, rewrite the story. It doesn't matter. Just make it work. And I did. It's like,
Yeah, you made it work.
Yeah, it's like make it work no matter what. So that was my goal, and I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, you did a good job. Real
Yeah.
good job.
So-
Hey, we appreciate you coming on, man.
All right,
Talking
man.
to us.
Thanks
Appreciate
so
it.
much. All right.
Go to the bathroom.
All right, we'll see.
All right, guys. No, that was our time here at Death Breed at the Full Moon Cineplex. This is an awesome time. It's an awesome event. We'd like to thank everyone that we got to do an interview with. Thank you to Stacy and Ben Dixon for allowing us to be up here to even host this and to interview people and doing interviews with us. It's amazing. We got to meet Lloyd Kaufman. I mean, where are you going to get to do that besides the Full Moon Cineplex? I don't know why y'all are. Tickets are $7 for movies. Y'all need to go to fullmooncineplex.com and click on the movie, see what's coming up. Get you some tickets. Dinner and a movie, $22. Unlimited popcorn and drink. So, I guess we're out. Appreciate y'all watching. Oh, and also, that's THN on the road. Is it on the go?
You look like we up there catching shit.
Yeah, well, you said THN on the go, and I thought it was on the road, but sorry, I got my director behind here fucking with me. But also, if you like this sort of content, hit that subscribe button, and, maybe hit thumbs up or ring that bell. We don't post a whole lot, so you can just click on that bell icon, and just, get notified when we do post. But, yeah, no, I'm Jonny, and we out. Appreciate y'all.